You're listening to The Standard Podcast. Eye-opening for your ears.
สวัสดีค่ะโบสาวิตรีนะคะ This is We Need To Talk Podcast Talk Show ภาษาอังกฤษสำหรับคนไทยที่ใช้ภาษาอังกฤษค่ะ Hi you guys welcome to our show and thank you so much for listening ตามธรรมเนียมของ We Need To Talk โบจะชวนเกสของเราคุย3ประเด็นนะคะถ้าเกิดว่าเป็นพี่เฟียสเนี่ยโบว่าเรื่องที่อยากจะคุยมากๆเรื่องแรกเลยนะคะก็คือการทำตามความฝันนั่นก็คือเรื่องราวการตั้งวงดนตรีชื่อ Link Corner ได้ยินมาว่าเป็นประสบการณ์ที่ต้องต่อสู้ฝ่าฟันมากๆเลยนะคะอยากรู้ว่าสนุกสนานดุเดือดแค่ไหนเดี๋ยวมาฟังกันนะคะเรื่องที่2นะคะเนื่องจากเราสนิทกันพอสมควรนะคะโบก็รู้มาอีกว่าพี่เฟียสเนี่ยเป็นคนดูแลตัวเองสุดๆเลยค่ะทั้งออกกำลังกายทั้งการกินโดยเฉพาะการกินพี่เขาเป็นมนุษย์ออร์แกนิกมากๆตกลงมันดียังไงใช้ชีวิตแบบออร์แกนิกมันยากแค่ไหนคนอย่างเราธรรมดาเนี่ยจะทำได้ไหมเดี๋ยวโบจะถามให้นะคะและเรื่องสุดท้ายค่ะโบอยากชวนพี่เฟียสคุยเรื่องที่เป็นกระแสสังคมอยู่เรื่อยๆนะคะนั่นก็คือเรื่องของ LGBT ค่ะรอฟังกันนะคะว่าพี่เฟียสจะมีมุมมองกับเรื่องนี้ยังไงบ้างค่ะเอาล่ะค่ะตอนนี้ก็ได้เวลาเปลี่ยนโหมดเป็นภาษาอังกฤษกันแล้วพร้อมหรือยังคะ Ladies and gentlemen, it would be my pleasure to introduce our guest for this episode of We Need to Talk podcast. He is a radio DJ for one of the most popular stations in Thailand. He's also a singer, an actor, an organic lifestyle enthusiast, and honestly, one of the smartest and funniest guys I've known. พี่เฟียส ทัชนนท์ค่ะ Hello พี่เฟียส
Hello สวัสดีโบ
สวัสดีค่ะ
ตายแล้วเหมือนเราไม่รู้จักกันเลย
I know it's so nice to see a familiar face
โอ้วันนี้เราก็ได้มานั่งคุยกันแต่ว่าคนละบทบาทกันเนาะ
ใช่ค่ะเราสลับที่นั่งกัน Well thank you for being here and having me interview you
Oh thank you for having me in your show as well
Alright our first section is called Been There Done That
Okay
So first of all we need to talk about your band and your music career. Okay, we've been so used to seeing you as a DJ and as a TV host.
Right.
That we sort of don't have this image of you as a singer. Right? You were in a band.
Yeah,
what was it called?
It's called Link Corner. And I think a lot of people don't know about the band, but surprisingly, from time to time, I'll run into the fans.
Yeah.
And they'll say, oh, are you still singing? I'm like, not really. Because, well, the band was formed like a long time ago, like about maybe 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was sort of like an independent band. We didn't have the music level back then. We were doing that by ourselves. The music was promoted independently as well. It means that the labels themselves usually have their own media, like Grammy, have like their TV shows,
radio stations.
Yeah, blah, 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 but we didn't have that.
Yeah.
Until we submitted one of our songs into the projects of Grammy. Actually, that was the first song that we started off with.
The name Link Corner. Why this name?
Originally, we have 4 members. We're all different. One was from the Britpop orientation. I am from the soul and rock orientation. The other person is heavy metal. And the other person is like sort of Britpop and rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know, we're all different. And then we couldn't agree with the name. And then one of the friends said, okay, well, why don't we do supermarket? Because it sounds like เหมือนร้านโชว์หวย We've got like a bit of everything. We just call ourselves, this is like a generic name.
Yeah.
Supermarket. I was like, what a loser name is that? Supermarket band.
Meet the supermarket!
Yeah, I'm from the supermarket. I mean, yeah, well, imagine that. You announcing yourself that, and you're not going to be proud of it, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, let's come up with some other name. And then one of the friends in the band, he said, well, I work in the garment industry, and there's this machine called Link Corner because it links the corner of all the fabric together. And it seems like we are different corners. So Link Corner sounds good.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, that sounds good. Link corner. Okay, let's pick that.
That's kind of deep. That has meanings behind it.
I know, Link
Kinda
corner.
cool.
Yeah, and then that's how we got a name.
Was it your dream though to become a singer?
I actually started singing since I was like 10, 11, 12. And then when I got into the college level, I and my friends, we've sort of formed a small folk song acoustic band, I would say, not a folk song. It's an acoustic band. And then we went into the Coke Music Award. Back then, we got the first runner-up.
Wow.
And then actually, in that competition, it's actually me who screwed up because I forgot the lyrics. Like halfway.
Did you just make something up?
No,
as it
I
goes, or
didn't.
just
I didn't
blanked
at all. I
out?
just la la la. So I went just melodies, and then all those judges were like, ha ha, ha, I know what you're doing because we know the song. The song is popular
What
too.
song was it? Do you remember?
We had a coach, and the coach gave us that favorite song of his.
Yeah.
I didn't like the song. When I don't like something, I don't remember it.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's called Unchained My Heart. It's an old Goldie song.
Do you
It's
remember
like,
which part?
Unchained my heart, ba 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 ba.
Do you remember which part you forgot?
Most of it, I think. So we got the second place. Only the winner will go to National League. So we missed the spot.
But
That-
you got
yeah.
runner up.
Yeah.
That's
we
still
just-
good.
Yeah. And then later, for my solo part, I got involved into the MTV Singing Thailand. I was one of the 10 finalists. And that's it. That's enough for the singing competition that I joined.
Yeah.
But the craving for my singing didn't stop there. So when I went to the college, I studied with friends. And then we sort of formed a band, this band that we are talking about, the Link Corner.
So that's how that came together.
Yeah,
so
we-
you've always wanted to be a singer. You've always enjoyed singing and performing.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be a singer, but I like singing. That's all.
So compared to DJing, which would be your main career right now, you would say?
Since I don't make a living out of singing, I would say my main career would be DJing. But actually, I was drawn by the music to become a DJ because I like listening to a lot of songs. Even the songs that I don't like, I have the craving that when just like trying new food.
Yeah.
I want to try that. Even though I don't like it, like heavy metal myself, I don't like it. I still have to listen to it. I listen to Kicks. I listen to like all these hard songs that I don't like. I sort of bought the album and forced myself to listen to all of them. That's how I got to know a lot of music.
Which one do you like better? DJing, TV hosting, singing? Or how do you like them differently?
Okay, I like them all.
Yeah, I could relate.
Yeah, because each one requires different skills and requires different challenges. I like something that is challenging. DJing is all about controlling the mood of the people who are listening to the music. Okay, this is a sad part. Now I'm going to lift your mood up by playing this song and what kind of content that I would say to link into this song and how would you describe your show and what is the mood like. You have to design that. And what good about it is that you can be yourself, totally yourself.
Yeah.
So you can design it every way you want. And you can be yourself. You can talk about the politics or you can talk about anything. But then you have to understand your audience so that you can create a piece of audio work or audio entertainment that people understand. And then it becomes you. For many modern DJs who don't understand this format, they will just say anything randomly and play the songs that most stations these days, the
They
songs,
have it
yeah,
pre-programmed, right?
they have the pre-programmed playlist, but we don't. Like me, because I grew up from a different era.
From the olden age. I was kidding.
Yeah, because that time we picked the songs ourselves and the stories ourselves. But these days they even pick the stories for you, and even the time to talk, like, okay, you have only 30-second slots that you have to talk right here, but not anywhere else. That's how you have to do. Like in 1 hour, this is only the certain amount of time that you can have.
Yeah.
That's the challenging part. And the show will sound different each day. And it's natural and it's live.
Yeah.
That's the charm of being a radio DJ. And so basically, you have to do homework every day. I mean, if you fall weak today or your personality drop, people can detect like right away.
Yeah.
But for TV, I like it because it's challenging in a different way. For the TV, they have a format and they have like different visual aids and also the guests and the music and they have scripts.
Yeah.
Right? We gotta follow the scripts because this is how the producers want to hear. This is how the audience want to hear. But for the singing is we tell the story by the songs and the way we convey our voice. Right?
So you like all of them equally?
Yeah, different challenges.
Okay. So I could imagine that, getting your friends together in your home and playing music together is probably easy, right? But the hard part would be getting a contract or like everything else after that of forming an actual band that want to succeed in the entertainment business. Could you walk us through your story and when did you decide to actually say, okay, I'm gonna be our band is gonna take off, we're gonna get signed, and we're gonna be successful. When did you decide that?
I'm not sure about the successful part, but it's not easy to form a band. I mean, it's like playing music together is one thing, but then forming a band, so you have to live together, you have to eat together, you have to go out to. The members have different lifestyles.
Who are the members of your band?
The original members were 4, and then it came down to 3, and then now 2. Anyway, so the different lifestyles would also be hard. I mean, if the only common interest that you have is the music, the only time that you'll mingle and you'll talk is the music stuff. Sometimes it's boring too, right? And so the chemistry in the band must be there too. So if you see that in the music band that lasts for a long time, usually they have the same lifestyle. They go the same direction, not just only the music. But the music is also important. Like we said, we had different music flavors. So after a while, someone will want to put heavy metal into the music, and the other person want to put some jazz in, and then the other person will say, "Oh, this is a mess," So this is also our problem. Eventually, we have to find a producer to be the middle person to say, "No, I want this kind of blend," or else the 4 members will be fighting.
Yeah.
And after that, we'll be writing and composing music, and then recording. Each process we did them by ourselves. It's not easy. It's not like everyone say, "Oh, making music is easy," but it's different. If you are recruited as an artist and sing only, but you don't make the music part, it's different kind of working. And after that, we have to do the rehearsing and then do the performance part. The producer will sort of have a test like, "Oh, your performance is not good, and this is how you act with the audience."
Oh, like a showcase.
And you have to keep improving your show.
Yeah.
And more of that, there's a band management. I also did that, scheduling, rehearsing, manage the funding, find a sponsor. I did that myself.
You did that?
Yeah, I did the band management mostly myself, and the fans management as well, because back in time we didn't have the Facebook.
Yeah,
How are you
right.
going to keep in touch with them? I was the one selling CDs.
That's awesome.
I made posters, and then I did a lot of things. And then after that, we submitted our songs to the radio stations, and then it went. The best spot so far for the second single that we did was number 1 on Virgin.
Wow.
Yeah. And then it was like the song of the day. It was like, oh yeah. And that time when our song reached there, that's how the music label got interested in our band. So we were signed in to a particular project of the music. We were not really their artists, but then, just joined the project and that's it. And after that, we signed up with another label, which is Warner. And then we made an album. That's how we did it.
Wow. That's so impressive that you guys took everything into your own hands and you're in control of everything. And I'm sure you've learned a lot from that experience, not just in the performing field, but behind the scenes also.
Yeah, and promotion and everything. And the music is so much different these days. If you want to become an artist, the promotion style is different now. They don't go to the radio station. They don't approach the TV station. They go online first.
Yeah.
And they make the community and they grow from there.
What's your future plan for Link Corner?
it seems like we might make some more music, but we're not gonna do like heavy promotion or we're not gonna do a big album or anything. We have the passion to make music and that's all.
Yeah.
We might come out with another one single or two, I'm not pretty sure, but currently we have 2 singles on hand that haven't been like officially released. So you guys might hear that.
When will they be released?
I don't know, maybe soon. But because of the timing as well, because one of the songs that we wrote was sort of related to the political situation that was disrupting the country back then.
Yeah.
So it wasn't released until now.
Okay.
And then we might want to do that again later. So we'll see.
All right, now we need to talk about what we've seen on your Instagram.
Yay!
Holy crap. Can I just say, I seriously should not go on your Instagram at night or when I'm hungry because you have the best looking food, the most mouth-watering dishes that you make yourself and you also design it and garnish it and everything.
Right.
And most importantly, what is the most impressive about this for me is that they're all organic.
They are, yeah, I could say mostly organic, yeah.
Yeah, and I have to say that you're such an inspiration for me because, of course, like doing, like trying to live the healthy life and trying to eat all organic stuff or consume all organic products. It's not very easy, is it?
It's not. From the beginning, not very easy for me at all.
Yeah, how and when did this whole organic lifestyle begin for you?
It started just maybe like only a few years ago. But then because I always eat healthy from childhood anyway. I eat a lot of vegetables and blah, blah, blah. And
you were a good kid.
Well, my mom said, take it. Take it or nothing at all.
So yeah, okay, mom.
Okay. And then, but just like other people too, I like yummy stuff, delicious stuff. I like cheese. I like fried foods and everything. But after a while, my parents got cancer. And then my auntie and some other relatives started getting cancer. And then I look at the foods. Maybe this is the first thing that we could change because they say that all these symptoms, all this sickness, there are a lot of them that are from food and from our habits, which is because cancer is not from diseases, it's from genetic. 1 and 2 is the food and the environment that we are in.
Yeah.
So I tried to change the food for my parents. So I cannot change the food for my parents if I don't eat it too. So it started from there. And then I was like, how am I going to make sure that the food that I bought was really organic? Because we all heard the rumors that organic in the supermarket, they're not really organic, right? So I shift my plan to another level, which grow my own. I sort of go out and seek Prince. His name is Prince. His nickname is Prince. เจ้าชายผัก He's the vegetable prince. He has this, it's like the center of learning for city farming, something like that. And they have different centers. And then I got involved into this community. And I found a lot of friends in here who were really nice. And mostly organic people, we don't have that many. So they are kind of co-dependent on one another. They're helping out each other. And then the first impression that I got it, actually, I approached P.O. He's also a musician from P2 Worship, P.O. I want to have chicken eggs, free range chicken eggs to make cake.
Yeah.
Oh, they just rhymed that. Okay. So I approached him because I knew that he had some small chicken farm by himself. And then he said, oh, my chicken is too old now. They don't have that many eggs. Why don't you go ask this person? And then all these people that I approached, a lot of them don't just sell me. They want to give me. I said, I want to buy. I said, just take them for free.
Aww.
And they're mostly like that. Organic community, if you're once involved in all these people, they're very kind, very giving, and very sharing. I'm not sure why, but I like it. I like the way of it. That's why I started to explore more into all these. And also before this, I was a volunteer working for children and environment. So I'm sort of a pro-environment person.
Yeah.
And then I found out later that by consuming organic food will help the environment as well. Not only helping the consumer's health, but it will also help the environment and help the people around me, help the farmer.
Yeah.
It helps everything. So I think this is a good start. So
wow. See, like I said earlier, I think a lot of people actually, I mean, they do agree that, this organic lifestyle is good and healthy for you. However, it's not so easy to avoid these non-organic products around us. And like I said, you are such an inspiration because I'm like, okay, he can do it. Like, so that's why I've been asking you a lot. Oh, where did you get the vegetables? Where do you get this and that? Because I'm so inspired. And to be honest with you, I have sort of been adopting some organic way of life, like just little bit by little bit. But partly it's because my parents are like that too. Do you have any tips for beginners who are considering adopting this way of life?
Right. After I should not say became, I like the organic stuff.
Yeah.
It got to the point that I almost went crazy. There's also a mental disease called something. You can Google it. It says that there are these people who eat organic stuff and they cannot resist not having organic stuff. Everything has to be organic, or else if they eat anything contaminated, they will be like,
oh, I
agitated.
Don't feel well.
Yeah, something like that. They'll be like, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. I can't go on another day. There's such term, พี่อ้นศรีพันธ์ อ้นศรีพันธ์
Really?
sent me the link.
Oh, I was like, what?
And she said, are you this crazy? And I'm like, and I read it through and I'm like, On, why you brand me this way? She thinks that I eat everything that is so healthy, so organic. But organic is not healthy. I am the subset of organic, which is healthy organic, which is even crazier. Because, well, sugar is not good. Over-consuming of sugar is not good, right? So organic sugar, how can that be healthy? And everything organic doesn't have to be healthy.
Right, because like honey, it's natural. It's not like processed or whatever, but it's still carbs. Yeah, exactly. It's still sugar.
And also, it took me some years to understand this. You don't really have to eat everything organic. But if you happen to know that this kind of vegetable has high contamination of pesticide, then you should avoid. That's it. And each person has the ability to get rid of toxins in the body, but each one is different. I mean, if you eat food from the same plate, probably bowl, you might be able to get rid of the toxin. I might not be able to get rid of the toxin. Basically, you can still eat anything. You can eat everything, but it has to be the amount that suits you. So the two things for the beginners, if you want to start healthy lifestyle, I'm not saying that you have to eat organic all the time, but organic is a sure proof that it doesn't have the pesticide, it doesn't have this poisons in it. But it has to be a certain organic food. I mean, you have to know the source,
right?
Not the so-called claim organic. It could be fake organic too, right? So let me say the tips would be just only two things. One thing is you have to have knowledge about food. The food that you're eating, where is it from? How is it made? How is it delivered? How is it packaged? How is it processed to come to you? And then you'll know, okay, well, this one is good for you or not. The second one is you have to have a self-knowledge. You have to know what kind of person you are. What is your habit? How do you eat? You look at the genetics of your family. Oh, okay, my family is prone to cancers. Then what kind of food I should avoid? What kind of food, how food reacts to my body. So, all this knowledge, if you keep updating yourself with knowledge, and then you'll find yourself, basically you'll know how to screen the food.
Yeah. I have this friend, she knows she's lactose intolerant, which means she can't have dairy products. She knows, okay? So one time we went to Starbucks and then she accidentally ordered regular coffee with regular milk, without telling them, like soy milk, please. So I turned to her, I'm like, wait, are you lactose? Aren't you going to tell them it's soy milk? And she goes, it's okay. I'll just deal with it.
Okay.
And she ended up having diarrhea because she ate it, but she knows, she knew about her condition. And like you said, it's really important to know your body and actually, eat to
according to your body.
Yeah, exactly.
The main point of having organic food is actually to nourish your health, right? So you can actually eat pesticide if it's not too much. I mean, you can eat anything in the world as long as it's not to the level that harms you, which that level can't be told by anybody. I mean, there might be some scientific proof that, okay, this certain amount will kill a person. But your body, each person is different.
Exactly.
Right.
All right, last but not least, let's talk about the LGBT communities and issues. All right, so, we are living in the 21st century, and yet I'm rolling my eyes in case you can't tell because you can't see me. But yet there are still a lot of homophobes everywhere.
Right.
Could you imagine the reasons why they're so against the gay community?
I think this will probably need your help, so we'll have to discuss about it. Why do you think people are against this LGBT community?
Well, I think it's from the older generations too,
right.
because they have this mindset of it's against nature or it's against God, and then they pass it on to their kids. So even though we do live in the 21st century, some kids are still getting their mindset pre-programmed from their parents.
Right.
And I think it's passed on from generation to generation. And I think the problem with that might be either the family system or the school system. Because even though the family could teach you one thing, but if in school you teach about, different genders and people have choices or, the freedom of choice and all of that, then I think people would be more open-minded and more accepting. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that. It's a taught belief and it's something that passed on from the older generations. I think instinctively they don't like them because they think they're different, because usually these people are minority. Whenever anything that is different entering the society, people will start to see that as something fearful because they don't know how to cope with it. So instead of embracing it, they would probably ban it or label it and put it away. They call these people pervert because you can still see that when people talk about other people who are gay, like behind their back, like, oh my God, he's so good looking, but he's gay. There's some derogative meaning in that. So it means that even these days, Thai society looks sort of accepting, but they're not really accepting.
Right.
Because you can see that the leaders of the society, the top-notch business people, no one came out. It will certainly affect their career or whatever decision in the future that they will make. Whatever you say will be branded so. Like, oh, you say this because you're gay, right? Or you do this because you're gay, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that. So I think it's not really accepting in Thai society just yet, even though it looks, they appear everywhere.
Yeah.
And whenever, do you know how all these, I don't know about gay women, but a lot of gay men, when they try to blend in Thai society, when people say gay, some of them instantly think of them as comedians, funny people. But do you know why they have to be funny people? Because they want to fit in. They want to be accepted.
And I think we can all start by teaching our children to stop saying stuff like, oh, ไม่เตะบอล oh, ตูดว่า อะไรเงี้ย just teasing. They might think it's harmless, but I think we should just start by teaching our kids that, hey, saying that is not okay. Like, you can't just put down other people by using gender as a term of negativity to say something bad about someone. I think we need to start somewhere in our own home. We could do that.
A lot of young kids who have this sexual alternatives, they don't have the role models. These kids usually study their roles on the social network. And listen to from friends, and they have to experiment their lives. They cannot even consult their own parents. I think we still have a long way to secure all these kids because these kids grow up with insecurity all the time because they can't even rely on their own families or their own families can't even consult them. How can a son come up to you and consult, Dad, I have a boyfriend, or I like that boy, and then Dad has no feedback.
Yeah.
Or he could go to the mom and what mom's gonna say to the kid? It's like, oh my God, what should I do? I've never had gay kid before. Or are you really gay? Oh my God, how are you gonna survive? Stop being gay now. It's not a choice, you know.
Exactly.
It's not a choice, and a lot of families went to some psychologists said
Trying
that
to fix them, right?
yeah, trying to fix them, and their parents blaming themselves for making their kids that way, and kids blaming themselves for being the disappointments of the family. These kids grow up like this in Thai society, feeling insecure.
If you could say anything to these young LGBT kids who might be listening, what would you say to them?
Okay, well, first of all, I think if you're not sure of yourself, I don't think that you should make any big decision about yourself. Like, you know, I mean, some of them want to have their sex change operation, they dream of that. But then in the end, you might not be that. So just hold on and study the world and learn more about yourself. And secondly, is probably to have friends. This is really important when you go through. Friends is someone who understands you and listens to you. I mean, growing up with no one to listen to and having to make decision by your own is quite tough.
Yeah.
Like to me, I grew up with an understanding friend. That's how I pull it through. Usually female friends, girlfriends are good. They're good listeners.
Yeah.
Thirdly, this one is actually not to the kids. It's actually to the parents. If you know that your kids are different, you should have more understanding and be open-minded about it. I know that it's not easy because it's different. You don't know how to guide them. You have to learn more and study from other people, or else if you push them away, they will learn it from somewhere else, and it might not be healthy to you and to your family. You don't have to follow the recipe of other families. There's no perfect combination or formulas that will form a family. Don't blame yourself. Don't blame the kids. This is how we got, and how are you going to manage the remaining source the way you are, the way you want to be in your own way. You can be a happy family even though each one is different. And I'm pretty sure even though you're straight or gay, each one is already different by themselves.
Right.
So treat them as blessings, and you will grow from there.
Our next section is called What's Your Take On?
Okay, bring it on, girl.
I will give you 3 topics and you'll pick one and discuss. All right. Our first topic is on sharing economy. Second is on one night stand. The third is on...
What is one night stand? What does that mean? What does that even mean?
I mean, you stand on your feet one night. I'm just kidding. Wow. And our third topic is, should we abandon the tipping system in Thailand? I just experienced this today. But anyways, what do you want to discuss?
What was the second one?
One night stand.
One night stand. Come
Do you
on,
like how I do my sexy voice?
Yeah, let's do it. One night stand, baby.
All right. Our topic today is one night stand.
Yes, one night stand. Well,
So what's your take on it?
if both want them, you want the same thing,
Yeah.
but it's how you design your life. Because I mean, if you want to have a long-lasting relationship, but then you go for one night stand, I think it's like a hypocrite.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, you have to know yourself first. If you know yourself and you know what you're doing, then firstly, you're not hurting yourself. And secondly, you're not leading on the other person. If you go to the other person, you say, hey, let's have a relationship. And then after you have sex, and then you're gone. And it's like,
Why doesn't he call me back?
yeah. I was like, what's wrong with vagina.
Then you have no one to blame.
No, it's like I'm not saying that sex is wrong. So I'm saying that one, you have to be responsible for yourself, that you're not getting diseases. You really know what you want. Because some people really throw themselves at somebody and then get hurt because the other person doesn't want it the other way. And the other person already has a strong signs that I don't want a relationship, but you still throw yourself at the other person. So you're hurting yourself by using the word one night stand. So one night stand, you, like I said, sex, you have to be responsible for your own feelings, your own health as well. If you don't have the protections, what if you get pregnant, or what if you get STDs, what are you going to do about that? Two, you have to be responsible for the other person's feelings. You have to know that, oh, okay, she's not for one night stand, she wants a relationship, then we are not a match. Just tell her.
Right.
So be wise about that. One night stand is not all too bad or not all too good. It depends on how you use it, how you see the situation, how you manage it.
Our last section is called What If?
What if?
All right, so we have a jar where you're gonna get to be Miss Universe for the day.
Okay.
So everybody say hello to Miss Thailand.
Hello.
I have a jar of questions over here.
Okay.
And Pifia is gonna pick one out, and in it there's gonna be a hypothetical situation that he's gonna have to answer to. All right, are you ready, Pifia?
Oh my God.
If we were all forced to wear a warning label, what would yours say? And where on the body would you wear it? สมมติว่าถ้ามีกฎหมายบังคับให้ทุกคนต้องติดป้ายเตือนนะคะป้ายอะไรจะติดอยู่บนตัวพี่เฟียสคะแล้วก็ติดอยู่ตรงไหนคะ
ป้ายเตือนเนาะ This is a hard question. The hardest question in my life.
What?
I would say handle with care. And I will put it all over my body.
Oh yeah.
Because well, people call me น้องไฮ
ทำไมอะ
high maintenance. They go,
I love it.
You're quite high maintenance, aren't you, Fiat? Because I was like, back then, I was a kid, and then I didn't know how to handle my own emotions. It goes up and down all the time. It's sort of like I couldn't control myself. Once in relationship, I think most people cannot handle their own emotions. They go crazy. แล้วก็งี่เง่าใส่แฟนอะไรอย่างเงี้ย I think that's how it happened, but I try not to be like that, you know. So, handle with care, but I'm pretty sturdy now. I'm pretty durable now. So, yeah, I've changed. But anyway, I think most people will want to have this warnings or this label, which would be good. I mean, it's nice to be sensitive to others.
Yeah, I think mine would say, hot, do not touch.
Oh! Okay, I'll put a blanket around you first before removing you. There.
Thank you so much, Pipiet Ka. I had such a good time, and thank you for being here on We Need to Talk.
Okay, well, thank you for having me as well. It's nice to talk to you once again and to have the show together. Oh, I hope to have a show together with you again.
กระซิบเร็ว Okay.
And also thank you. I would like to thank the audience for listening up to the show. And if you have any other feedbacks or if you want to discuss other things, I'm quite open. See me on Facebook.
Okay, thank you again.
Bye-bye.
Bye. ถ้ารู้ว่าเพื่อนคนไหนรักภาษาอังกฤษชอบฟังภาษาอังกฤษและเรื่องราวชีวิตที่น่าสนใจของเซเลบหลากหลายโบฝากแชร์เอพิโซดนี้ให้เขาฟังด้วยนะคะ
Binge listen to all of our shows and episodes at thestandard.co/podcast. The Standard Podcast เปิดหูเปิดตาเปิดใจเปิดโลก